What is differentiated instruction by Janine Carozza? Differentiated instruction. This video was created for Professor Levy's Intro to Teaching Students with Disabilities class. What is differentiated instruction? To differentiate instruction is to recognize students' varying background knowledge, readiness, language, preferences in learning and interests, and to react responsively. Differentiated instruction is a process to teaching and learning for students of differing abilities in the same class. Why should educators differentiate instruction? The intent of differentiating instruction is to maximize each student's growth and individual success by meeting each student where he or she is and assisting them in the learning process. What kinds of learners need differentiated instruction? Students with disabilities, students above grade level, English language learners, and students below grade level. But what are they? The Department of Education states that a student with disabilities is anyone with a physical or mental impairment that substantially limits one or more major life activities such as walking, seeing, hearing, speaking, working, or learning. A student above grade level is a student who performs at least one grade level ahead of the level that they are in. A student below grade level is a student who performs at least one level below the level in which they are in. An English language learner, also called an ELL, is a student who is learning the English language. The next thing I'm going to introduce to you is a sprint, because I will be showing you how you can differentiate a sprint, but first you have to know what a sprint is. And a sprint is a tool for increasing fluency in math. This video was taken from YouTube, and it's a 4th grade class, and they're doing a sprint.
Give me a sharp yes if you got the answer correct, and circle it if you got it wrong. Here we go. Number 1 is 4. Yes. 25. Yes. 9. Yes. 10. Yes. 8. Yes. 10. Yes. 90. Yes. 12. Yes. 30. Yes. 20. Yes. 40. Yes. 60. Yes. 18. Yes. 12. Yes. 35. Yes. 35. Yes. 60. Yes. 12. Yes. 21. Yes. 35. Yes. 24. Yes. 60. Yes. 35. Yes. 48. 72. Yes. 64. Please raise your hand. Oh, before you do that, please put the number of correct answers on the top corner. And I'd like to know how you did. Please raise your hand if you got more than 1 correct. 2.
And he goes through each of the numbers, and then the students will get up, and I'll show you how to do that. And they do a little bit of an exercise in between taking the 2 sprints. The 2 sprints are identical, so they will take the first sprint and then go over the answers and do a little bit of a break, and then they do the next one. The other one is going to be in a little bit of a different order, but we'll have the same format.
3, 4, 22, 23, 20, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40.
And then the teacher will do the exercises before going into the second sprint, called Sprint B.
Please do forward lunges. 4, 48, back down to 0. Here we go. 4, 8, 12, 6, 32, 36,
Okay, so that's the gist of a sprint and how a teacher would administer a sprint in a class. But what would you do if you had a student with learning disabilities in your class that maybe couldn't do a multiplication sprint? An example way you could differentiate instruction for a student with learning disabilities during sprints would be to make the sprint addition when the sprint was a multiplication sprint. How can this be done? This can be done by a teacher simply creating a sprint in addition. The answers to both the addition and the multiplication sprint should be the same. Why should the answers be the same? The answers should be the same for two reasons. It will be easier for the teacher because the teacher can administer the sprint all at the same time, and keeping the sum the same in both forms also ensures that all students feel included and that nobody feels different. That is the end of this video on differentiated instruction. I hope that you learned something by watching this video, and I hope that you can differentiate instruction when needed in your classroom if you have any of those 4 types of learners. Okay, hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you.